ask for Pt3 to be the exhibit to the book, and LER4 pages 30, 31 in that book.
Thank you.
Just for clarity, this we're seeking to have the book on page 10 not with the truth in its contents, but merely as some of the material referred to by the witness and counsel face.
Truly, Mr. Chairman, that's what she was. Your commission has said that that's a question of what you will attach to. We're not going into those procedures, tendering formally, on what basis we tendering. We accepting what purpose the evidence, and the commission has been saying at the end of the day, the commission will assess what it is. So it's not necessary to come to the commission to bring that distinction.
No, I think that you bear in mind the public, those who are following proceedings from afar.
No, what I'm saying, it doesn't arise. If we proceed and how we started, the work is an evidence, and the commission will make what use of it in terms of it.
It's just a cautionary note on this part. The fact that it is through him that this question doesn't mean that he accepts. Okay,
As a matter of fact, none of my witnesses
I think we all agree with you.
adopted
We are on the same page.
Just one clarification. The two books that had been presented by counsel Mr. Williams were never admitted in evidence. This is the first time that a book is being admitted in evidence. I just want to make it clear.
Yes, well,
the commission is aware of the books. We are grateful that they were shared with us, but they were not admitted.
I understand that, but I know that it has been reduced into your possession, and that you will make whatever use you wish of it. Madam Commissioner, I also laid over the book. Commissioner had read the extract from for you.
I will deal with that after Mr. Rodney's speech. I do intend to, and I'm grateful to you.
Much better.
unless they can be afforded assistance, there's nothing else they can take when you listen.
You put the inquiry to the cause of the explosion, whether it was an act of terrorism, and let's know who was perpetrated, what you did policy.
I'm very
Can he help us about the concluding part?
Do you have an opinion as to who were the perpetrators in the explosion that caused Walter Rodney's death? You know who caused that explosion who killed Walter Rodney?
When it comes to, I'm guided by the statement of Donald Rodney, who was present to the scene. I was not present to the scene. Therefore, I can only be guided as to precisely answer your question by Donald Rodney's statement and subsequently what emerged out of the inquest and out of other investigations.
Apart from, you've told us you don't have first-hand knowledge. Do you have any other second-hand knowledge then of what?
He's saying that what is the knowledge he has is second-hand.
Yes. So could you tell us what is this second-hand knowledge? About who caused the explosion that caused the death of Walter?
Sometime before 1979, there was council. I was encountering a novel. And was in the vicinity of the breakdown, the theater, an individual came up to us and asked us if we wanted to purchase. I don't know if it was automatic or what. Subsequently, I was made to understand that the police were searching all WPA residences or known WPA residences, looking for arms and ammunition. I myself experienced these searches. Therefore, it seemed to me logical that what was happening was, one, persons were coming forward with offers or weapons. I don't know if they were coming for the purpose of explosives, but people definitely were offering the WPA leadership weapons approaches. I don't know myself because I myself was not offered any until a particular point in time when an associate of mine said to me whether I wanted to get a legal piece. Now, a legal piece meaning a 38 or some other weapon, but legally, in other words, a weapon, it's a firearm. Now, I don't know who would have put that in. All I know is that based on Donald's knowledge and based on my own experiences previously in St. Kitts, people coming forward and offering to procure or sell publicly to me and not that there must have been a network of some kind. I'm not saying it was centrally directed, but there was a network of some kind where the WPA was being targeted with offers of weapons and possibly offers of other things. And then, of course, Donald's evidence. I said before, and I want to emphasize this, it seemed to me that as it started from the inputs, that some deliberate attempt was being made to make certain that my knowledge, my experience wasn't brought too much into it. I don't know that subject.
The short of all that you just said, of everything you know, the formal failure, but did you know who killed Rodney? Yes or no? No. You didn't know.
But I understand the witness to be saying he was of his view from his own personal experience that there was a network of persons who wanted to offer arms to the WPA. The leadership was started. We cannot say this was centrally organized, but that accompanying those offers were searches of the leadership of the WPA's premises as well as other premises of WPA members. So I think that's as far as
that is correct. That is correct.
What you put to him and you said was good.
Commissioner, we asked a specific question.
But you introduced it, you told him that you were looking at that clause and you that term of reference and you read the whole thing, but you only read part of the debate. And he helped us to the conclusive part. You put it in the evidence when you read the whole thing that it was an act of terrorism, and if so, who were the perpetrators?
Do you have any information? Can you tell us whether this was an act of terrorism?
When it comes to, during the course of 1979, as I explained, there was this incident involving the residents community. There was also the heinous murder in public, daylight hours of Father Bernard SG. There were other incidents of perhaps lesser consequence. And these were, if anything, acts of terrorism. Indeed, the murder of the residents of Guyana, when his body was discovered, his mouth was crammed full with cow dung, which indicates that it's a form of terror. It wasn't just an ordinary afraid and somebody lost their life by hitting the head of the ground. It was actually murdered by terrorists grouping. As I mentioned before, there were evidence who were enforcers actively working at the CAs. Father Dark wasn't just killed by a group of persons who didn't like him because of his color of his skin. He was killed as part of a direct policy, a terrorist policy, to terrorize him. That led me to believe that what happened was part and parcel of a general attack, if you like, or assault, a campaign.
Yes, your voice did drop at the last.
that it was a campaign against.
Campaign against who?
The Working People's Alliance and others, not just the WPA.
believe Walter's death to be as a result of an act of terrorism?
Yes, I will say that, yes. I'm not out.
And you feel that this act was an act of terrorism by who?
Agents of the state. Agents of the state. Or the state apparatus.
Other than what you've already told us, is there any reason for your coming to that conclusion?
No other reason. I'm giving the guidance of what the police special branch officer himself said. Police institution that judge and order. So I can't vote against them. So that that corroborates the position.
Order against
Represents.
Let me ask you this direct question. Are you aware of any personal problem between Gregory Smith and Walter Rodney?
See, Smith, my thumbs, and of course, as I said before, I never got to do him until after. Smith was a tactical type of fellow. When I saw him, for example, at the trip, you would know he's there. There's equipment and he's behind equipment. Right? He operates equipment. He doesn't come out and say or have anything personal to say. Same except that one occasion, I publicly did. When I had the encounter with him. But I don't know if he had any encounter with Walter. I had an encounter with him.
Do you have any idea what the relationship Gregory Smith has with Walter Rodney?
No. Not much, right?
Was the commission which we can ask him before the commission?
What about Rodney Smith in relation to the state? Does he know whether he was a member of any
Wait for that. Are you aware of Gregory Smith having any connection to any arms of the state? Agent or whether he was an agent of the state?
To be precise, yes.
Did you precise?
But after the event, and one reason or another, one set of factors intervention or the other, his photograph was published. At that time, the army, through its CO commander, denied that was represented in the army. Subsequently, they said yes, there is such a representative. His name was Johnson. So Gregory Smith, also known as Civil Johnson, was someone employed by the state apparatus. He was a uniform member of the state, or the state apparatus.
Which state apparatus?
That would be the GDF. The army.
What was the other name? Useful as paragraph 2.
Do you have any information concerning the departure of Gregory Smith from Ghana?
Not much.
Are you aware of whether Smith acted together with any other persons during the time? 1978, 1979, 1978?
Only what we would have read, only what we would have gleaned from reports that were published either in the media or in the WPA's folder, or Word or Pt3.
That is all.
Yes. A lot of questions.
Mr. Chairman, good morning. I believe it's appointment before 12. But I just want to introduce myself. I'm still with Peter's Pt3. And to my right is Mr. Brian Clark, who was admitted to the bar today. And I know there are some other councils that joined us a few minutes ago, so I'm not sure if you want those introductions before Mr. Williams launches into any cross-examinations.
I was thinking that I would thank the other council when Mr. Williams is finished. It would be tending to go beyond the day at the appropriate time. I will make sure that we accompany you all.
Thank you very much.
Mr. Chair, Commissioners, I will not be finished with it. Okay, we will bring about a long time.
You go as far as you can for now, and at the appropriate time we have to follow.
Thank you. Now, how many brothers you said you were? 5?
Other than myself, 4 brothers, 5, and 1 sister.
Hubert is what, 3rd child?
Hubert is the one, Rodney family came after one. He's the 3rd.
Third. You're aware that on the day of Walter's death, were you?
No,
Talking about Hubert.
Sorry?
We're talking about Hubert.
Hubert, number Hubert, where Hubert was. You know, people tend to say they remember when some important person died where they were.
No, I just want to remember to understand who the pronoun he referred to.
Hubert.
Thank you.
You're aware that Hubert was studying at the University of West Indies?
I was aware that Hubert was engaged in some studies.
Studying for his LLB exams?
I wasn't aware of what was the nature of the studies, but I know it was high-level studies.
You know he's a lawyer.
Yes.
And on that date, you said he never discussed that with you? How did you receive the news of Walter's death?
Who never discussed?
Hubert, your brother, your young brother.
Hubert never discussed Walter's death with me because I never saw Hubert until the funeral.
No, we're talking from 1980 to today.
Oh, yes, we discussed it a number of occasions.
How did you receive the information of his death? Will you repeat? How did Hubert receive the information about his brother's death?
I should imagine through the normal channels because he was at the funeral. And either must have heard it by cable or telephone or someone else.
Okay, since this commission began, he was here, isn't that so?
Yes, I've seen him here.
Yes. Did he tell you that on that day, when he received that information about Walter's death, he was in Sherlock Hall on the Cape campus in Barbados?
He told me no such thing.
He didn't. Did he tell you that when he received that information, he was a bit?
Negative.
Pardon me?
Negative. He told me no such thing.
Even up to today?
Up until
Okay. It means then that, like the Chinese people, I would like to know the truth about what happened during that period, because I wasn't here. And I've heard it, I've seen the evidence and I've heard it. And you have changed from time to time what you first stated to this commission, and then you subsequently made other statements that are inconsistent with what you said before.
Are they making me questions, or that's the speech you're now giving?
Sir, I don't know, but I don't know why I track interventions from the inquiry,
But no.
from the bench, whenever I'm on and whenever I have a witness.
No, I want to remind you that you should be given questions. It seems to me you have about 3 parts there that you may listen for.
I don't like it, Mr. Chairman. Yes. But let's get this thing done. You given an introduction as to what the atmosphere was sexual when you returned. When you came back again?
I came back to Guyana from overseas in UK at the end of 1971, roughly just the day or two before Christmas Eve.
Great. Now, when you came home, you were aware, in terms of the atmosphere, that the National Security Miscellaneous Provisions Act was actually in effect in Ghana.
I wasn't aware of that particular piece of legislation, whether it was extant or not. But what I was aware of, that there was a general feeling of unease amongst working class sectors.
Okay, that's your awareness. Just answer, would you answer my question?
No.
Now, you said you were doing political work first with the working people on their party, and then with the WPA.
That is correct.
Also, you did work with that one.
That is correct.
And you were unaware that there were restrictions on the movement of people, on the assembling of people at that time in Ghana.
I was unaware of that particular act which you referred to, but I was also aware that if you had to hold a political meeting or rally, there were provisions under which those rallies or meetings or marches would be allowed, providing you got permission from the board.
Well, you said that, but that is the law up to today. That's always been the law.
I would be able to say whether it's always been the law.
Were we talking about the searches that you were talking about? It never worried you that your privacy could have been invaded like that? And so you checked the law, or you learned about the law, or you became familiar with the law that allowed the police to enter the privacy of your home and conduct searches?
I don't see the logic of that question, Lord Council. If you're saying to me that if I was aware of the law, I told you before that particular legislation, I wasn't aware. But I was also aware of the fact that there were regulations, there were provisions, there were statutory stipulations which you had to comply with to engage in political activities.
All right, but we're not talking about that. You said that several times. But you said you were not, you were involved in political parties, you were involved with LAU, which was the union, which was an arm of the opposition PPP at the time. And you're saying that your searches were conducted on you. You personally experienced a search?
Yes.
Looking for weapons?
No.
And you were not told, but you said it in the context of weapons just now.
I said I was aware that there were searches being conducted against WPA supporters, members, and others. I was searched
But that's not a drawing attention to it. I was just going to highlight it again. You said you were personally searched.
But not for weapons, Council.
No, Madam Commissioner, I didn't put that to him.
You put that to him a while ago, searches for weapons. That's what he responded to.
But I'm saying to him, he told the commission that on the occasion that he was searched was in relation to when people were going up to WPA leaders asking them to purchase weaponry. And as a result, searches were done subsequent to that. Isn't that what you told us?
Yes, Council. I intervened and you were addressing me.
Yes.
And all I wish to say is to be clear to the witness. He never did say he was searched for weapons. What you just clarified makes that clear. But you had put to him that he had so said. That was just...
Oh, okay. I'm sorry if I was misunderstood, Madam Commissioner. But you understand what was just said?
I do perfectly. Perfectly.
No, it was just about to be clear that there's no divide between the servant and the commissioner.
Exactly. Yes. No, you just answered my question. You were suggesting to the commission that after these approaches were made to the leadership of the WPA offering to buy weaponry, that was followed by searches.
It was preceded by and followed subsequently by. It was a process on...
Okay. Let's take with the preceded by. What were they searching for before what you spoke about going up with weapons today and offering them to buy weapons? What preceded that? When they searched you, what were they searching for?
Okay. Before searches were conducted generally, if one wanted myself to enter into the GPL, pay a bill, or you wanted to go and pay a utility at any one of the utility services, first of all, you were searched. At that time, there was no security guard service. The policeman or policewoman, the search women, would search you crisply, right? Whether you had a weapon or not, whether you had anything that was incriminated, was up to them. So you were searched at that level. At the other level, searches were carried out in offices at homes to find out whether you had any weapons of any kind or anything incriminating. So it's the two types of searches that I've just mentioned.
Yes, but don't you agree that would have been abridging your constitutional right to privacy and the like?
Learning Council, I did explain to you, I think you were aware of that at that time people never questioned that. It was a fact of life.
No, we understand all of that, Mr. Rodney. Could you just answer my questions? I listened patiently to you gave me evidence for 7 days. Could you just answer the question?
I wasn't aware of any breach of...
That was your duty. All right, let's go get on with business. Now, you weren't concerned about the type of searches that you were talking about occurring in Ghana?
Yes, I was concerned about it. That was a form of intimidation.
Did you ever take the government to court for searching you, that they had no authority to search you on any law?
No.
You ever took this PNC government at the day of the day to court?
No.
On the ground that prevented you from assembling with your comrades?
No.
Did you take them to court for breaking up your meetings as you alleged?
The WPDP had about 4 or 5 meetings that were broken up in different parts of the country.
That's a good question. Could you answer my question?
No.